What's good, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a great day today, y'all. My day is going good, okay? Now, today we're going to be busy. So I'm coming on live right now. I'm behind. And so I'm coming on live right now to do the Real Housewives of Potomac. And when I get through with this review, I'm going to have to go and make me some more water and stuff. And if you give me about maybe 30 minutes, because I already got the thumbnail and stuff ready and I already got everything ready. Give me 35 minutes to 45 minutes after I do this review. And then we're going to go back. We're going to go back to back for Married to Medicine. Okay? I'm trying to play catch up. I haven't even been to the gym today. I'm trying to get on track, but I feel like everything is it's coming away from me. But I feel like I got the formula, okay? But we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 10. It's 10-10. Where you been? And the name of the episode is called Blunts and Truths, okay? Now, before we get started, let's see who in here, and then we gonna talk, okay? Miss Lovely T, what's good? Lone Star Wizard, what's good? She fancy Embrace Sunshine. Bounded and Gag 81, what's good? Tia, Richie B say, what's good? She say Tia is trash. She turned up on Stacey for no reason. And then you're yelling at her at the event. Ashley should have been put out too. Oh, yes. Chewy Blue, what's good? Delilah, nah, what's good? I honestly wish the producer would step in at this point and tell the cast they need to stop ganging up on Stacey and bullying her. It makes for bad TV, and the cast does this every season. Yes, they do. Salute to a real nigga. What's good, Sarah? She's like, salute, GABOR. I have to say, Stacey is the show. She needs to cuss us everywhere. Check, no one has anything going on outside of Stacey, and she doesn't even break a sweat. Yes, they hate on her. A-Frey, what's good? Velda Sortino, Dina, what's good? Toodle-doo. Alley Cass, what's good? Elizabeth, what's good? YouTube doesn't let me send super chats. Oh, it's okay, baby. Cat 396 June, what's good? I'm here. I wasn't late. Was I late? I had to put my contacts in, and I was having a hard time putting I need my eyes now, and I had to put my contacts in. There are outliers at some point on the show, and Ashley needs to take her corona lights and go. Well, I was shocked when she was on a date with Josh and she didn't order no corona, because I feel like as much as we see Ashley throwing back corona, she needed a corona sponsor. Shay Craig, what's good? Yeah, and Ashley has her own family now. I mean, she needs to stop thinking a man is going to support her and her crackhead mama and so-called husband. There's no way to bear. Yeah, okay. Miss Bella, what's good? Grandma Kelly, what's good? Peaceful Ali 21, what's good? Team Stacey, until someone on the show can deliver a better storyline. They ain't got no storyline, child. Aries son, what's good? Clara Johnson, what's good? C. Bacchus, what's good? Dad's Top, Trust Love, what's good? Mrs. D. Green, she said, I found myself understanding Tia and Ashley a little bit regarding Stacey in this episode. Stacey's still my girl, though. She is mind cuckling them, and they can't take it. I love it. All right. I understand. Because, Stacey do lie. And I like Stacey, but she do lie. But they all lied at some point. Brian, what's good? Magaline Lamar, what's good? Naomi, what's good? We here. We is live. B. Spencer, what's good? Color Me June. Grace Blood, what's good? NECA Hood, what's good? Desiree, what's good? TLC, what's good? Q, what's good? JW, what's good? Here for the Stacey drag. Why would Stacey get dragged over here, baby? But she'll get dragged if she do something wrong. Amy J, what's good? Hey, crew, we in this bitch. We is. Ali, what's good? GGABOR, Team Stacey, yes. I was shocked. What? No corona, right? That's what I'm saying. Y'all be paying attention like me. I was like, it's certain people, I watch enough Housewives, so for instance, in my head, if Dorit is out drinking, I already in my head know what she's going to order, right? Carcass out, she get the Belvedere Club soda or whatever with the Carcass out, 3 limes, Carcass out. And so I know the same thing with Corona. She gonna throw. I know the same thing with Ashley. She gonna throw back a Corona. Chantel B, what's good? DGF, what's good? Lovely Golden Hair, what's good? If the cast refuses to film with Stacey next season, she will only have Wendy, and we don't even know if Wendy will be back. So I hope she can be in relationships with the other girls. Baby, Stacey's the show. They're going to have to get it together. And let me tell you something, baby. Let me tell you something. Andy was not happy. I watched My Show Happens Live. We're going to talk. Richie Morris, what's good? He said, did you, Greg, and Klarna's mom, something is brewing? Oh, baby, we got to talk about it, Richie Morris. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, okay? Now, y'all, again, we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 10, and the name of the episode is called Blunt Truths, okay? So the episode started off with Gizelle, okay? Gizelle wants to go electric because of global warming, so she's at the dealership looking at an electric G-Wagon, okay? She came a long way since we first met her, okay? Now, Wendy meets her there, and she lets her know that her lease is almost coming up on her car, okay? And she, too, is thinking about getting the G-Wagon, but she wants to let Gizelle know, unlike what Stacey did with her and Happy Eddie, okay? Wendy also shares with Gizelle that Stacey reached out to Wendy's stylist and asked them if they can style her. See, I'm telling y'all that Wendy ain't no good. That Wendy ain't no good.
See, that's a dirty ass bitch right there.
She dirty. She dirty. And the thing is, it's not that I don't think that Stacey is a liar and copied Happy Eddie, because I told y'all from the beginning, she copied Happy Eddie and she was a liar, right? But my thing is, Wendy is having these side conversations with the ops. And so you adding more to it, right? Because they already think she copied Happy Eddie. That's one thing. Now you going around here telling Gizelle she tried to steal my stylist too. She tried to steal my stylist too. And did she really try to steal the stylist, or did she ask the person to style her for an event? You get what I'm saying? But I just feel like that Gizelle didn't need to know that Stacey reached out to Wendy's stylist, right? That is something Wendy could have kept to her chest if she truly wanted the girls to stop ganging up on Stacey. You get what I'm saying? If she really not want the girls to stop ganging up on Stacey, she didn't have to tell Gizelle that. But the thing is, Wendy has never been that girl, right? So now that she's having these moments, it's like she wants to put it out there so she can talk about it, right? So she always got to let somebody know, oh, I did this first. So Kinono was right. Gutta K, she was right when she said she always got to be first, best, and better. She always want to let people know something. Oh, I was the first one who had flowers. I was the first one who did this. I was the first one who did that. Yeah, in the group. But nothing about Wendy is original. Okay? And I know y'all gonna say, I know y'all gonna be like, oh, you just saying it because y'all know maybe y'all tell me I don't like immigrants. I don't like dark-skinned black women. Y'all know y'all love to do that to me. But what I'm saying is, I will say this. She did have Stacey back when the girls ganged up on her. But did she really have Stacey back when the girls ganged up on her? Or did she only have her back because she was going against Kiana? See, did she only have her back when she was going against Kiana? Because the whole time, Stacey and Tia was getting into it, she didn't really say nothing. She was just sitting there looking. Okay? Then they get to talking about Stacey. Gizelle says that Stacey is a big fat liar.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Gizelle, are you serious? Okay? She said that Stacey is a big fat liar and she's going to take a step back because she doesn't have the energy for her. Gizelle is a big fat liar. And she has told dangerous lies and she has never been held accountable for them on this show. Right? I seen the post online. It was Troy. Shout out to Troy. Troy sent me the post. And the post basically said that the reason why the main girls like Gizelle and Karen and Ashley don't like Stacey is because she has been able to come on the show and become a fan favorite without being hazed, right? And I just can't unsee that. That seems to be the real reason that y'all, the real problem that y'all have with Stacey, because even when Gizelle had came to Big Angie's event, she told her that her event was boring and she liked lies and foolishness. But when Stacey tell a lie, you don't like the lie, or she lied too much? Are we serious? I can't take it. Okay? So then they go driving in the G-Wagon, and then they get to talking about Monique, okay? Wendy said that she was surprised to see Monique, but she felt good and she felt liked, okay? Gizelle, on the other hand, doesn't know how she feels about Monique, okay? She says that she wants to have a sit down with her because in this group, they are held accountable, okay? What has Gizelle ever been accountable for? Gizelle has never been accountable for nothing. And see, in his statements, It's statements like this that make me think that these girls think that they run the show. As if Gizelle, or as if Monique has to go through Gizelle to be on the show. And I don't like that, right? If Bravo decides that they want to bring Monique back, who is Gizelle that she has to have a sit down with Monique to have the final say so? Who is she? Who is she? Either Gizelle can get in line and welcome Monique in, or she can go too. She can go too. Okay? Next we get Stacey. Stacey says that Stacey is getting ready to launch her Shayo event, and she's going to launch it on June 10th. And she said that she is the first Black woman in Virginia to have her own cannabis business. I said, boom. Boom. That's why she did it. That's why she did it. She wanted to be able to say that she was the first Black woman to do something, and she wanted to make history. And I'm not surprised because Stacey is that type of girl. Stacey is that type of girl, right? Okay, so she's meeting up with her friend AJ, and she's basically downloading him on what's going on with the group. Okay, she said that she sent a text to the group inviting them all to the lunch, but she doesn't know who's going to show up. I think that the reason why some of the girls ain't showing up because Wendy is saying one thing in Stacey's face, that she's wishing her the best, but she clearly doesn't wish her the best if she's having all of these side conversations about her doing a, what is it, Happy Stacey or Spacey Stacey, right? She said the girls keep accusing her of things, and the last thing is that Ashley and Gutta K told Monique that she used to date Chris Samuels, and that she has been calling Chris and trashing Monique, okay? Then she shares that Tia tried to read her, okay? Then AJ tells her to put her foot down and check them hoes. You know what I'm saying? He said, put your foot down and check them and let their ass have it. I've seen you do it before, right? And so Stacey says she's not confrontational, and he leaned his little head back like, bitch. Did you see it? Did y'all catch it? Put it two in the chat. She was like, I'm not confrontational, and he leaned his head back like, bitch. Now, girl, you know you can get these girls together if you really wanted to, girl. Quit, girl, when you gonna quit acting and pretending on this show? I really want to know who the real Stacey is. I really want to know who the real Stacey is. I know y'all say that y'all seen it. I don't see no Detroit hood, right? I ain't never even heard the Detroit hood come out of her mouth. Now, I don't think that Stacey is no punk, but that doesn't mean that I see Detroit hood, right? We seen her walk down on Big Hook, right? Oh, no, wait a minute. Let me move over here. Now, I can put my finger anywhere I want, but that doesn't necessarily mean Detroit hood. That just means I ain't no punk-ass bitch, right? That means I ain't no punk-ass bitch. And you ain't gonna talk to me no any kind of way. This is front pedal, okay? Next, we get Tia. We learn a little bit more about Tia, okay? She says that she's learning about having business acumen later on in life because everything was handed to her, okay? She said that when she was growing up, her dad was rich and they lived the lifestyle of the rich and famous, okay? She said her daddy didn't come from money, so he had money, but he didn't know how to sustain it. And when the 80s went away, so did their money, okay? When stuff like that happens, I always wonder, did the dad just not care about what the children had when he left because he made the money? You get what I'm saying? Like some people who make the money in the family, when the money get to running out, they get to being like, well, fuck it. You get what I'm saying? Shit, I made the money anyway. Nobody handed me nothing. You get what I'm saying? At what point when the money starts to dwindle down do we say, look, I'm not going under this number, right? Or we need to scale down so I can give my kids a head start? Or did he feel like he already gave the kids a head start? Because she said she went to school with Sting's daughter and what is the name of it? She said that Boy George ended up staying next door to her. So did he already feel like he gave them a head start and just said, fuck it? Mm-hmm. Brian said, "But do you remember AJ from Chicago Licious?" I do not. I never even heard of Chicago Licious before. Okay. So Tia ended up saying that Stacey ended up inviting her to the lunch of Shayo, and she's apprehensive about the invite because things have been funny between them since what happened at Gizelle's event. So she called her and tells her that she'll come, but she wants to have a conversation with her because she's upset with her. And from my recollection, I don't understand the reason why Tia is upset. Because Tia is the one who became unhinged. So how you upset at me? You get what I'm saying? You're the one that was cussing me out and saying don't let the accent fool you. Okay? So Stacey says that she's confused and she wants to get to the bottom of it. Okay? Then we get Ashley. Now, Ashley is on a date with Josh at an arcade. Ashley said there's a difference between the dates that she go on with Josh and some of the older men who got one foot already in the grave. Okay? She said that she had a man rent out an entire restaurant for her before. She said that she had a man fly her out on a private jet to Vegas, and that's what she's used to. Okay? I'm not mad at it. Okay? The thing is, Ashley wants to break up with Josh because Uncle Lump told her, let him go. He ain't got enough money for you. Right? He ain't got enough money for you. But she didn't just come out and she just didn't flat out say it, right? She made it about, him never being married and him wanting kids. You know what I'm saying? Then she made it about his money. She said, he was like, you don't really know how much money I got. You get what I'm saying? Then she made it about trips. And he said, well, I offered you to go on a trip to Pittsburgh, right? And she said, well, we never went out of the country. He said, okay, well, let's go out of the country this weekend. And it's like, just say that this ain't working out for you, right? Because it seems like everything that you were saying, the man said that he could work out with you on, and you really don't know how much money he got. You get what I'm saying? But Ashley just wants someone who's more established, you know what I'm saying? Which is why some of the girls go with older men. Shout out to Cassie, right? And I get it. Ashley grew up poor, and with a mama like Sheila, she's not going to wait for a man to start spending money on her and show her the type of lifestyle that she wants to live or be kept in, right? She wanted him to meet certain timelines in their relationship in her head, and he didn't meet her there, and so she knows her work, so she's leaving. Okay? Richie, thank you for the super chat. He said Ashley took up too much for this episode. Trash. She did. Ashley wants a man with the private jet. Child. I don't believe Ashley or her IG has been given. She's this rich woman who has been flued out. Her IG has never given that she's this rich woman who's getting flued out. Probably with old men. Uncle Pimp, right. Not mad at it. It was the fourth head in the Pittsburgh part for me. Right. Okay. Ashley said that she want to wake up the orange boxes. She wants somebody to, you know what I'm saying? She wants somebody to treat her right. Okay. Next we get Gizelle. Okay. And she is going to meet up with Monique for lunch. Okay. So I feel like Monique was meeting with the senior HR recruiter for the interview. This is the final interview that Monique was going on. Okay. So she first met with Ashley, which was the recruiter. Right. Then she met with the team members, which was the peers. Right. Then, which was Kilolo, who was Tia, who else? Angel, she met with the whole team, right? Then she ended up meeting with Wendy, and now she's meeting up with Gizelle to see if she's a good fit. This is the last part of the interview process, okay? And this is my thing with Bravo. They give us so much at one time where we can't really digest the episode and what happened. And because right after the episode, we get Watch What Happens Live, then we get an after show, and then we get scenes from next week, and we get all of this done right before Tuesday, right? So I'm going to try to keep my comments on what happened to or on the episode, okay? So Gizelle said, where should I begin, right? This is the hiring boss. This is HR, baby. Where do I begin? And Monique said, we have so much to discuss. Gizelle said, well, should I begin with Drag Me, Monique? Should I begin with Drag Me, Monique? That sounds like HR telling you did wrong. That sounds like HR telling you, baby, this is where you fucked up. Put a 7 in the chat. That's what I felt like. Baby, where do we begin, baby? Do I start with Drag Me, Monique? That's where you fucked up. We got to talk about where you fucked up at and why you're not around. We got to talk about why you're in my office in the first place. I'm HR, and you need to come in here and you need to tell me what's happening. Baby, when I heard Gizelle say that, but when I tell you I scream, that girl said, should we begin with Drag Me, Monique? I say, bitch, I loved it. Okay? And Monique, with her whack ass. Monique sitting up there talking about my dragging days are over. Girl, stop. Stop, girl. The dragging days are never over.
Hey, I can still wrap up a good wig.
I can still wrap up a good wig. Dragon days are never over. I love that song by Monique. I mean, not Monique, by Alicia Keys, Dragon Days. Thank you for the subject. It ain't dragon like dragon fighting, like dragon, like the animal. Thank you for the super chat, Ali. She said that lump sum payment for Michael is not as big as everyone thinks, and she needs to find another sugar daddy willing to pay for her family bills. There's more money leaving her account than coming in. Thank you for the super chat, Ali. But what do you think? What do you think she's getting paid? What do you think that she's getting paid from Potomac? I believe that's why she's going there, Stacey, because she knows that somebody got to go. Thank you for the super chat, Gene. I appreciate it. You're going to be mad at me later. Stay around. You're going to be mad at me later. What? Thank you for the super chat, Gene. He said, what is the same routine for all the shows? What do you mean, baby? What do you mean? Everybody got to meet with HR? HR is usually not on the show, baby. Okay? And so Monique claims that she went on this fake-ass spiritual and healing journey, and she had to pull back some layers and take back and self-reflect, okay? Now, this is going to have to be, this is for the people who have been here since day one, okay? She said that Gizelle has a tendency to get into people's relationship. She said it started with Gizelle when she started talking about the trainer and the big boy comment, okay? Now, the thing is, Gizelle has been in people's relationships. Sure, she has been in people's relationships on the show, but she didn't start there with Monique, okay? Monique actually started it with Gizelle when she brought Sherman's ex-wife, Kendall, on the show. You remember Kendall? Horseface? Put a 3 in the chat if you remember Horseface. She ended up bringing Horseface on the show, and Monique got caught up doing Sharice's dirty work. Monique was doing Sharice's dirty work. Yeah, her and Gizelle had beef before, but Gizelle had never touched Big Boy. She never touched Big Boy or did anything regarding her relationship. They just had little shade here and there. But no, girl. No. Okay? Now, what Gizelle did to Sharice was, Gizelle went on Watch What Happens Live and told the world that Shasha was fucking the fireman while she was still married to her husband. She told the world that Sharice was fucking the fireman, which Shasha's husband wasn't even coming home. I told you, Shasha made her husband so miserable, he left her with the bank account and everything and just said, look, keep everything, girl, I'm gone. I can build over. I can start over. Thank you for the super chat, Feel Good. He said everyone forgot about Kendall and blames Gizelle. Yes, everybody forgot about Horseface. Said that Sherman was riding around, said that Sherman was going to parks having sex. Sherman got arrested for being in the park having sex, child. Baby, what was he having sex with, baby? Because the only people that I know that get down in the park is the girls and T-girls. Baby, you know a man and a woman can go anywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? People that's on the DL, they got to do it on the hush show. They're the ones that go to the parks and stuff like that, baby. Okay. But yeah, so Gizelle really did go and watch What Happens Live and said that Sharice was fucking with the fireman, but that was after Sharice was calling her a whore on the show. And so I feel like it was fair game with Gizelle when she went to the after show and said that Sharice was fucking fireman. Baby, don't call me no hoe. Don't get up here and calling me no hoe.
Don't come at me about my business if you don't want yours told.
Don't come at me about my business if you don't want yours told. You should have never called me no hoe. If you call me a hoe, you can't call me no hoe when you married and you fucking on the fireman, mama. You can't call me no hoe if you married and you fucking on the fireman, mama. Okay? Then Monique is trying to make this big boy comment a thing, right? And if you've been here since day one, put a 6 in the chat. If you've been here since day one, you know Gizelle has always called Chris Big Boy. Gizelle has always called him Big Boy. It's a term of endearment. It was used as a term of endearment up until the women took offense to Chris saying that he would put a wig on and slap the hell out of slap him like she was. He said that he wanted to put, what did he say? I want to put a wig on and slap the hell of him and like Caitlyn Jenner. I wish I could be like Caitlyn Jenner and put a wig on and slap the hell out of all of them. That's what he said. Until the women took offense to that, that's when Monique want to take offense to her calling him Big Boy. And Chris, if you put on the wig, baby, you're not gonna look like Caitlyn Jenner, baby. You're gonna look like your mama. Baby, you're gonna look just like your mama. Didn't I get that heifer straight? You're gonna look just like your mama. So she's trying to make this a issue, girl. She always called him big boy. She always called a man big boy. Six, that wasn't no damn term of endearment. It was a term of endearment. Everybody called him big boy. That's his name. She was calling him that. Yeah, exactly. Don't project on Gizelle, Monique. Stand proud in your choice of the guy. Big, juicy, and all. Yeah. She only took offense. Gizelle has always called him big boy. Gizelle from the South. That's what they call him, big boy. You ain't got no name. Even if I don't know your name, hey, big boy, come here. Come here, big boy. Yes. Big boy. Okay? After the fight, Gizelle said that she kept thinking that Monique wanted this to happen. I 100% believe that Gizelle wanted that. I 100% believe that Monique came on this show and she was planning a fight on this show.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I don't care what y'all saying. Monique, 100% believe Monique came on this show and she wanted to fight. She said that she never would have wanted that to happen, but she threatened somebody every season. She said that she was going to drag Gizelle by her wig. She said that she was going to choke Monique, the other girl with the umbrella. She was going to drag Candace. She wanted to get on this show and fight because she wanted to be seen as a bad girl. Talking about she was perfect Patty. In what world? Nobody ever thought that Monique was perfect Patty. Okay? Gizelle and Monique ended up apologizing to each other. Monique said that when she saw Grace, that she felt so bad because she didn't realize the hurt that she could. Girl, no, I'm not going that far, girl. If I dragged you and I dragged Pastor Holy Whore, it is what it is. It is what it is. But she had apologized. They ended up apologizing to each other, and they agreed that in the future, if they had any problems with each other, they would talk it out. And it seems like Monique got the job. Okay? But somebody is getting fired because Monique was on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy didn't seem pleased in the way that the scene was edited. Yes. Put a 4 in the chat. Andy did not seem pleased with the way that the footage was edited. To him, he said that it seemed as if Monique was the one doing all of the apologizing and admitting her fault and wrongdoing to Gizelle. And it's a problem when the executive producer of the show is not complaining about Gizelle getting a hero edit. Okay? And Andy is probably upset watching. Andy is probably upset watching the show, and he's also seeing what they're doing to Stacey. Andy was upset, but Monique had to say no. Gizelle took accountability for everything, and their conversation actually started from the 4 homes. She said that Gizelle did a lot of apologizing and taking a lot of accountability for stuff that she did, and it actually started with the 4 homes. And I would have loved to see that conversation, right? And I think that this is what reality TV is made for, when the girls have genuine beef in history, right? Gizelle and Monique hadn't seen each other in 5 years, right? And so it's good to see them talk, sit down and talk about stuff that went on in the relationship. That is what makes good reality TV for me, where it's real drama and real beef there. Okay. Next we see Greg, baby. Greg is going shopping with Miss Chalet and Angel, going shopping for Kiana a ring. I don't know what for, baby, because Kiana ain't gonna ever wear it. Okay. Now, listen. I do not like Miss Chalet. I don't like Miss Chalet. I don't
I'm sorry. I have to be honest about it.
Something about Miss Chalet gives me like she's putting on airs, right? She just doesn't seem authentic to me. I feel like she's giving, you know what it is? I feel like she's giving us a knockoff version of Miss Dorothy, right? I feel like that she's giving me a knockoff version of Miss Dorothy, and I can look at her and I can look at Gutta K and tell that Gutta K is nowhere near no Candace Dilla Bassett. And you can tell that by her criminal record.
Yes.
No shade.
You can tell that by her criminal record, baby. There's no way that she raised a Candace Dilla Bassett. So you trying to come on this show like you this mom that, you know, raised your daughter right, and you, girl, please. Girl, please. Okay? Now, can we have real talk? I know y'all gonna be mad at me, but I gotta tell y'all, I have to tell y'all the truth, and I have to tell y'all what I saw. I think that Kiana is gonna end up getting Greg arrested. I feel like Kiana gonna end up getting Greg arrested. Okay? Greg is on national TV looking at wedding rings for $2 million. $2 million. $2 million? Greg, you on national TV looking at wedding rings for $2 million?
You's a stupid motherfucker.
$2 million? Let's be real. Beyonce's wedding ring is $5 million, and Jay-Z is a billionaire. Greg is on national TV looking at a ring for $2 million? I can look at Greg's house that he was in last season and tell you he ain't got no $2 million. He can't afford no $2 million wedding ring. He shouldn't even been looking at it. He shouldn't even been looking at it. Okay? Greg ain't got no business looking at no wedding ring for $2 million. Then he came to reality. I don't think that he's still in reality. I don't give a damn what y'all saying. He was looking at a wedding ring for $180,000. I can look at his office that he had last year and tell that he can't got no ring. He ain't got enough for a ring for $180,000. It looked like him, his mom, and his brother share one motherfucking office. And on top of all this, he's buying a new house, and Kiana is telling us that he getting ready to buy him a condo. On top of all of this, Kiana saying that he about to buy her a condo and a new house. Did you hit the lottery, motherfucker?
You's a stupid motherfucker.
This man is going, I'm telling you, he's going to jail.
See you in jail.
Let me tell you something.
Baby, the feds are watching. The feds are watching. The Otheftos got the block hot. If Greg buy Kiana a ring over $250 and a wing dinner, I predict that he will be arrested in the next 5 years.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
Greg can't afford nothing but a ring for $250 and a chicken wing dinner. I don't know why Greg getting on this show trying to fake the funk. People are doing hard time. People want to see your finances. Greg is doing so good that he about to buy Kiana a house, a condo. He buying himself a house, and he about to buy her $180,000 ring. Goddamn, what does he do for a living? You better take your ass to Vegas to that gumball machine that Tar went to and got Candy a ring out of. The fuck you mean $180,000? $2 million?
You's a stupid motherfucker.
Kiana gonna send this man. That man is going to jail. That man is going to jail. I'm sorry. I'm like, baby, what am I looking at? And that's what I'm saying, y'all. Let's be real. Kiana is not giving us no real storylines. Girl, let's be real. Him and your mama ain't now looking for rings for $180,000. We ain't never seen Kiana with a motherfucking Birkin. Let's be real. Let's be real. $2 million? A $2 million ring is big, right? $2 million? Child. Thank you for the super chat, Elizabeth1361. She said, I thought Greg was a social worker. For him to look at $1 million rings, buying a condo in the house, get the IRS in the chat conversation. Baby, like, what is going on? Kiana is dumb. Kiana is dumb. Girl, you are not living the life. I can look at Kiana and tell they are not living their life. They are not. I can look at his whole house from last year and tell he ain't had $180,000 with 3 kids and an ex-wife. You ain't paying alimony? Thank you for the super chat, cutie content guy. He said they keep embarrassing Greg here he was in there sweating, coughing, choking, stuttering. He ain't never seen them prices. Tokyo Tony Jr. should be ashamed of herself. Who would want to marry Squat? Nobody. She's too aggressive. Ain't nobody trying to marry Gutter K. Ain't nobody trying to marry Gutter K. Thank you for the super chat, Monique King. She said, thank you for giving the ring shopping scene the attention it deserves. Right. Like, what is going on? What is going on? People on Bravo are getting arrested. People on Bravo are getting arrested. I can guarantee you, after last night and them showing rings for $180,000 and $2 million, that something came across their desk for the IRS and the feds. Are you serious, Greg? Thank you for the super chat, Amy J. She said, can we agree Monique never liked Candace? She pushed an immature narrative. She resented Candace, had a supportive mom, and didn't live in abuse. Thank you for the super chat, Amy J. I think that it was the immature narrative came from Sharice. When she got into it with Sharice, when she was calling her little girl. Thank you for the super chat, Ali. She said, if I was Greg's ex-wife, who would be going to court to amend their child support order? He can't pay for the kids' private school tuition. Yeah, you went and got this hood rat over here, this hood rat and her mama, the alley cat, and you sitting up here looking for a $180,000 ring for her. She don't want no ring. She don't want no ring. You can take Gutter K to the flea market and she'll have a good time. You can take her to the flea market and she'll have a good time. Thank you for the super chat, Tamara Montreal. She said, who knew Greg was hanging out with Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos and them? Baby, the IRS, apparently, baby. He better get to the gumball machine and get over there where Tar got that ring for $250. I don't like that you said that, Mama, because this was the ring I wanted. Remember Candy was over there crying? Mama Joy said, girl, you toned yourself down for him. You didn't want that ring. Mama, I don't like that you down that ring because it was the ring I wanted. No, you didn't, girl. No, you didn't. Girl, you would have loved to tell somebody that you got you a man that bought you a $5 million ring, girl. You went over there and you saw the nearest gumball machine in Vegas and told Todd, oh, I think this is in the price range. Child, please. Thank you for the super chat, Sharjay. 3318. She said, heard that Greg owns a mental health facility. Child, when did you hear that? Sharjay. He didn't even have him, his mama. Baby, we seen his office last year. It wasn't no mental health facility. It looked like he was renting a room out of a school. It looked like he was renting a room out of a school. It looked like one big old office, and he had his place in the corner, and his mama had a desk, and the brother sat behind the mama, and it wasn't even a desk. It wasn't even a desk. He can't afford no $180,000 ring, Gene 007. He can't afford it, I'm telling you. Thank you for the super chat, LeBron. She said, you are so funny. Thank you for the super chat, LeBron, 286. I appreciate it. Oh, Greg works at a nonprofit. I be cracking my stuff. The office was in the basement of his house. Let's be real. I smell Medicaid fraud. Baby, I would love to see Gutter K goes to jail on Bravo, baby. That'll be a good show. I heard it on another content creator. Child. So Jay, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Okay. Then we got Ashley over here with her sister Jessica. Now, Jessica is going off to the University of Maryland, and Ashley is taking her furniture shopping. Okay. Now, we are seeing more of Jessica this year because she's 18 now, and she doesn't really need the joint permission to, for her to film on the show. Right? Now, we have seen her before. She just like Sheila, ain't she? She's just like Sheila. Just like Sheila. Every way, she's just a little bit lighter. We seen her on the show. I'm gonna jog our memories because y'all don't remember seeing her before. We seen her a couple right when she had Dean. Remember after she had Dean, her and Sheila took her, Ashley paid for everything in the family. They took her dress shopping for her 8th grade prom. Remember that? They took her shopping dress. What's good, ex-lover? They took her dress shopping for Sheila with a bow. Oh wow. Sheila would have about 75 more pounds, and she had on some shoes, baby. Did you see them white shoes she had on, baby? Them white shoes look like she was cutting wet grass, baby. Baby, I know she come from a house of abuse, baby. Ashley, you sent her to school like that, and Ashley sitting up there talking about, oh, if you need any help, I'm your girl. Baby, did you see the shoes she had on? Did you see the shoes she had on camera? You let her get like that on camera? You didn't tell her to dress up or nothing. She didn't, baby girl. I'm not trying to be funny, baby. She needed on the support bra, baby. The only thing Ashley did for the girl was give her a wrap. Everything else I say, baby. Okay. Ashley talked about how when she was in college, Uncle Lump helped her, and that she's happy that she's in a position to pay it forward. I think that was so big of Uncle Lump. When I heard Ashley say that, I almost brought tears to my eyes. Where is Uncle Lump? She had her nails done, GABOR. Yes, you're right, Trey. She did have her nails done. Had that girl on TV looking regular. Angel's hair. Okay? Ashley also helped her brother, too. She also helped her brother in college. But in order for Ashley to help Jessica, she has to get on this show and drag Sheila and Jessica's daddy. Okay? Jessica said that she put her foot down and she told her daddy if he doesn't stop drinking, that she's never coming home to visit. Because you know, Jessica daddy is the one. He like a cold one. He love a cold one. Okay? Jessica broke down and said it just comes to a point where you have to realize that our parents are addicts. That's what she said. We got to realize that our parents are addicts. And it's just not a good situation. That's what she said. That's what she said. Okay. Ashley tells Jessica that all people have their problems and our parents may be our parents, but at the end of the day, they just people. Okay. And I was just thinking, y'all, Sheila don't have no motherly instincts in her body at all, baby. Sheila the sorriest bitch on reality TV, y'all. It's one of the sorriest mothers I ever seen. Well, she not as bad as rest in peace, Frankie. And what's Toya the mama name? She ain't that bad. I mean, at least she worked. Girl, Sheila, baby. This is my thing with Sheila. Sheila already dropped off the older two kids. She already dropped off Ashley and her brother. She dropped off two kids over there to her mama to go live under the bridge with the drunk. Right? But then you didn't even shield the child that was born from the union of you and the drunk. You didn't even shield the child. And I'm starting to believe that Sheila gotta be on something. She don't give me clean. She don't give me clean when Ashley be talking to her and telling her they been showing clips of Ashley telling Sheila, this individual is zapping the life out of you. And when she just get to talking to her about the man, Sheila just be looking at it. It don't be no tears in her eyes. It don't be nothing. She just be seeming spaced out. And you letting her watch your kids, Ashley? Okay. Then we got Wendy. Baby, Wendy and Eddie are getting a villain edit, baby. And the crazy part about it, baby, they had a villain edit and they didn't even know it. They thought it was going to be a hero edit, baby, but it's the villain edit, baby. All of this would have played out totally different, baby, if the shit that they had going on didn't go on, okay? So Eddie, we're going to go all of Eddie because at this part of the episode, they was going in and out, okay? So Eddie is having a pop-up shop, but he got a new strain called the Nutty Professor, okay? So Wendy goes to support and she purchases some of the Nutty Professor, okay? So what happened was Wendy swiped her card. And when she swiped her card, the machine said that the pen was invalid, okay? So then she turned around and she asked Eddie what's the pen because she always used credit, right? And Eddie said, girl, you just walking around, and then they cut the scene real quick. Did y'all catch it? He said, girl, you just, and they cut the scene real quick. They cut the scene real quick. And then they brought Eddie back. The next thing you got Eddie telling her, you don't want to try too many times, so it's going to lock. So Eddie don't even know the pen. So Eddie didn't even know the motherfucking pen. Eddie didn't even know the motherfucking pen. So Wendy didn't know the pen. She turned around and looked at Eddie. Baby, they cut the scene so quick because Eddie was looking uncomfortable. And then, so when they came back, Eddie told her don't try so many times. That means he didn't know what the motherfucking pen was. Now, remember, according to the prosecutors, Eddie and Wendy had around 40 credit cards and debit cards in their names, business name, and aliases. Okay? So I'm willing to believe that the card that she ran probably said Pam Oliver or Eddie Hennessy. Eddie Hennessy. And my thing with Wendy, you doing too motherfucking much, girl. Pamela, you doing too motherfucking much. You wanted to go in there. You only went in there to buy that stuff to spite Stacey. And you never win when you play dirty. You never win when you play dirty. You could have just went in there and just took you some nutty professor, but you wanted to act like you were supporting your husband, girl, and you didn't even know the motherfucking pen. Thank you for the super chat, Monique King. She said, bravo, working with the prosecutors with this edit. Yes. Thank you for the super chat, Monique King. I appreciate it. And then, and this is what I'm talking about. We got shit like this going on the show, and Greg got his stupid, dumb, crooked ass. And see, Greg gives me square. I see square from Greg, and I see Kiana is like trying to take him fast. And she gonna have your stupid ass in jail.
See you in jail.
Let me tell you something.
She done brought you over here on this reality show with all these motherfucking crooks and criminals. Got you around here looking at $2 million rings like you got it like that.
You's a stupid motherfucker.
You stupid. Okay? So Wendy eventually guessed the pen and started throwing her hands up just like a criminal that got away with a scheme. Okay? And this is my thing with you, Wendy. The thing is, y'all not even slick. Y'all not even slick. Baby, before I got on Bravo cameras and told them people that it said invalid pen, I would have told the woman, girl, the machine broken. The machine is broken. It ain't working. I would have never said that it told me invalid pen, bitch. Because, baby, let me tell you something, baby. This is a motherfucking whole game, bitch. It's always going to be you and never me, bitch. It's gonna always be you. It ain't gonna never be me. It's the motherfucking whole game. I pledge allegiance. It ain't gonna never be me, bitch. Thank you for the super chat, cute content guy. He said, I bet you do always use credit, Pam and Mr. Hennessy. We watching it, so is the FBI, and so is the prosecutors. Where's Olivia Benson? Oh my God. Where is Olivia Benson? Okay? You would have paid cash, right, baby? It ain't gonna never be me. Who? It'll never be me. Wendy got to pay for her mama's bleaching cream. They gotta be at least $500 a month alone. My God. Remember Bound and Gag when they went to Cam graduation last year and her mama complained about not getting her money, she sent her $500. You the owner's wife, why you paying? Right, Lady Rita? You the owner's wife, why you paying? Hold up, a paying for a credit card? She said that she always used debit. Either way, I would have never told them that. Okay. So next, we got Stacey, and we at the lunch of Shayo. Okay. She had on this denim dress, baby. Stacey looked good in that. I love denim. She had on this denim dress. She looked beautiful. Okay. Stacey said that Shayo was a dream. Yeah, it was a dream. It was Eddie's dream. Okay. And she says that she wants to show Arabella that no matter how big the dream and how small the niche, if you want something, you can own it and build a legacy that lasts a lifetime. Baby, when I tell you that Stacey is so full of shit and I love it. I love it. It was a dream. Girl, it wasn't your dream, though. But it wasn't your dream, Martin Luther King. You already was Maya Angelou. Now you be turning to Martin? Okay? She said the gummies has 2 flavors, rise and rest, okay? So the ladies end up showing up, the ladies that was going to show up, okay? Jazzy came in, she was dressed in denim as well, and Tia and Ashley ended up showing up, okay? Now, when y'all say Detroit and the similarities between her and Kenya, the only similarities that I see with them is that they be lying. You know what I'm saying? They do this type of wordplay because they think that they slick.
Y'all know y'all slick.
Slick.
But I'm gonna tell you, I take the slick out of slick.
They slick, they be lying. They be lying. They don't want to call it, they be lying, okay? So Stacey told the girls that Wendy Wait, no. Stacey told Wendy, remember they showed a flashback scene. Stacey told Wendy that she couldn't invite her to the lunch because of the conflict of interest of them having Happy Eddie and her doing Shio because of conflict of interest. So I'm sure her partners told her that Wendy couldn't be there, right? But when she talked to the women, she told them that Wendy wasn't invited, right? She told the girls that Wendy couldn't be there, insinuated like she invited Wendy, but Wendy declined the invitation because she had something going on. Why just not tell the truth? Because at this point, everybody already know that you got, girl, we are here. And everybody know that she got a Happy Eddie. So why not just tell the truth? Why not just say, she couldn't be here because it would have been a conflict of interest? You get what I'm saying? Girl, you be lying. You be lying. She couldn't be here, girl. Yeah, because you didn't invite her. She would have been there had you invited her. Girl. Right, Richie, we are on TV. We are on TV, okay? And so, Gutter K wasn't invited. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't invite her either, baby.
I don't want to get chin checked. I'm sure you're the person to show me.
I don't want to get chin checked. I'm sure you're the person to show me. Okay? We're not inviting Gutter K nowhere. So I don't even know why Bravo put the clip in of her saying thank you, no thank you. We know Gutter K wasn't invited. We know Gutter K wasn't invited. What are we talking about? What is exactly why Wendy likes shade towards Stacey? Which is exactly why Wendy's like shade towards Stacey isn't wrong. It's more than that, though. A Juneteenth celebration and the only Black in attendance was from the cast. A great social worker. Okay? Now, Stacey said that she did invite Angel and Gizelle, and they said that they couldn't make it. And I think that Angel is making a big mistake, okay? I think that Angel needs to be building relationships and friendships with these women outside of Zeus Network K. Outside of Zeus K. She needs to be trying to build, relationships and friendships with them. Each one teach one, y'all. He said, "GABOR, you didn't do your RHP review yet. That's crazy. I'm doing it now, beloved. I'm doing it right now, my sweet baby. You so bright. You are so bright. I love it. Taking white people's money on June 18th is a wonderful thing. Okay? But no, I feel like the Angel needs to be building relationships with the girls outside of Gutter K. And this was a perfect opportunity for her to show up as herself, you know what I'm saying, without Kiana. But it's clear that she's inheriting the beast that Kiana is taking on. You get what I'm saying? And this is the thing with you, Angel, girl. When they drag you from their own, Angel, I'm just going to have to let them do it, girl, because I tried with you. I tried.
My sister done burnt too many bridges, and there's nothing I can do for her now.
It's nothing I can do for her now. It's nothing. You thought they already did it? Maybe it was the after show. Maybe I thought you already did it. Maybe it was just the after show. Today's Tuesday, baby. Today's Tuesday. Okay? And Gizelle, I think it's so funny because if Stacey didn't show up to Gizelle's 10 million download party, baby, it wouldn't even been filmed. It wouldn't even been filmed. And shout out to Rodney, and we know that because when Stacey left the scene, filming had wrapped. The only reason why we saw Gizelle's 10 million download party, is because Stacey was there. And she showed up. Bitch, Robin didn't even show up to your event, and she your business partner. Robin didn't even show up to the 10 million download party, girl, and she your business partner. And you got the audacity to miss Stacey's? Girl, I can't with you. Okay? So then Tia come in, okay? And so Tia gonna come in and ask, where's Stemo?
I don't think that's any of your business.
I don't think that's any of your business. Tia, you're going down the wrong road already, baby. You're going down the wrong road already. I don't think that. What Miss Reba tell the Dark Cloud, baby?
I don't think that's any of your business.
I don't think that's any of your business. I don't think that's none of your business. You go worry about Rob. You go worry about Rob. I already told you I'll bring him around the group when Gizelle brings Sean around the group, bitch. So quit asking me about it. Because if you ask me, I believe that the what did she say? Toodaloo? Tweet Little Lee? Should have been right when she asked me that. Tweet Little Lee, let's get on up out of here, baby. It's time for you to go. Because you already started down the wrong road with me, baby. Wrong road. Wrong road. Okay? So Ashley comes to the event because Stacey ended up showing up to her pride event. And so Stacey pulled Ashley to the side to talk. And so she asked Ashley how we gonna move forward because Ashley seems to concentrate on anything that she perceives to be negative about her. And everything that she has brought to her has been disproven, even the thing with Monique. Okay? Now Stacey, I will say this, mama, baby, you know I gotta hold you accountable. Baby, you jumping out there now. Not everything. Not everything, okay? Now, TMZ did say that you was divorced, but you hadn't really showed the girls yet, okay? And then you didn't disprove the cannabis line. We are actually here for Happy Stacey after you told the girls it wasn't true, okay? But you did disprove the Monique thing to me, okay? So she says Monique is choosing to let the thing, you know, Ashley said that she's choosing to let the Monique thing go because Monique let it go. And Stacey said, and Wendy is choosing to let go of the Stacey thing. You know what I'm saying? And so Ashley says, I have no problems with your business, but I just don't want you to be a lying ass hoe about it. I'm a hoe now? I'm a hoe now? Now I'm a hoe? Since when did the ladies of Potomac started calling each other bitches and hoes? I know that's our go to K-Talk, but since when is everybody just bitches and hoes all of a sudden? Or is it just Stacey? These are supposed to be the pulled up black women. Everybody except for Gutter K. Except for Baddies K. I'm a hoe now? Why is everybody calling Stacey bitches and hoes all of a sudden? Figure of speech. Top shelf, no baby. You go and talk, no baby. Sheila is the hoe. She's the crack hoe that dropped you and your brother off at her mama's house and went to go live under a bridge with a white man who wasn't even a Cartwright. A white man who loved that bottle more than he loves her. That's the hoe. The crack hoe. That's the crack hoe. Yes, baby. No, baby, we don't call each other no hoes for sport. Who? No, baby. That's your mother. She's the hoe. Thank you for the super chat, Q, the content guy. He said Pennywise's mother got to let him know of calling somebody a hoe. Girl, I can't even type everything I want to say. Right. Your mama's the crack hoe, bitch. Hoe. Girl, please. Figure of speech. Please, baby. Figure of speech for who? Figure of speech for who? Now, I heard a bitch being, when you with your girls or whatever, but that hoe, that, and see, that's what I'm saying, baby. The hoe that Ashley called was a dry hoe. That was a dry hoe. It was nothing friendly or figure of speech about it. That was a hoe. That was a real hoe. Your mammy a hoe troll under the bridge, a hoe troll under the bridge, right? Ashley Darby equal audacity, okay? And so where we at? Let me see. Okay, they both agreed to start at ground zero. Okay, Ashley said no more lies. Stacey said no more hazing, no more negativity, and no more evil. Okay, so then they go into the room for the Juneteenth room. Okay, and Stacey talked to Tia. Okay, she said that she met with Tia that morning, and Tia invited Theo and her to dinner. He said no, and he was traveling, and she said that she introduced Theo to Tia because she felt neutral, right? Then Wendy called and asked her why wasn't she there, and she said, "I never agreed to be there." And Tia was in the background saying she's full of it. No, that's not what happened, Stacey. Tia said that you were full of it after you said that Theomo had just flew in, right? But then Stacey continued. Okay? Stacey said, if I decline dinner, I declined. Didn't I say that? Bitch, if I told you I wasn't going to dinner, I ain't going to dinner. If I told you I ain't going to dinner, then I ain't going to dinner. Okay? She said the issue with my comfort level with Wendy and Eddie is none of your business. Okay?
I don't think that's any of your business.
That ain't none of your business. Okay? Theomo has only seen them in one light, and that was from a hurtful personal moment that happened in January. Okay? And Ashley is saying, can we like land the plane? Can we land the plane?
Shut your f***ing mouth. I've had enough of you, you beast.
You shut your fucking mouth. I've had enough of you, you beast. Anytime Stacey starts to making sense, Ashley always got side comments to be making. Right? When she was showing the receipts over there to Monique, Ashley got, oh my God, but you got his number. Y'all texting each other. You get what I'm saying? I had enough of you, you beast. Go get Sheila, girl. Let me not even do that to Sheila. Ashley, you're really pissing me off. You're really pissing me off. Okay? She said her reason for not being there has to do with Eddie and Wendy. And she told Tia correct. She said your attempt to get in the group, you try to play catch up and you overstep. I told y'all. Tia came into this group as Gizelle's shiny pet. Right? And she's coming in the group unchecked because she came in by big sister Gizelle, Jane Tucson. She coming in through big sister Jane Tucson. And the cold part about it, y'all claim colorism all day, baby, but ain't no day it's Tia passing the paper that bag test, and y'all ain't said nothing about that. Y'all ain't said nothing about that. Tia not passing no paper bag test. And she came in here with privilege just because Gizelle is that girl on this show. The girls know they better not say nothing to Tia. Wendy better not say nothing to Tia. Tia dark skinned. Her mama probably could pass the test, but Tia can't. Tia can't. She came in here with privilege because she came in under Gizelle. Because she came in with privilege and she came through with a Gizelle. Okay? Now, Stacey, you correct, mama. You correct, but let me say this to you, Stacey. However, baby, if you're going to stand on business, stand on business. Meaning, girl, if you decline, just decline and stand on business, girl. You ain't got to give no excuse. We ain't going. We ain't going. You around here making up lies and shit. You get what I'm saying? We going to dinner tomorrow, but Wendy, was nice if you can come. Nah, we ain't going. We ain't going. You should tell them, nah, we ain't going. Why we ain't going? Right? And if you're not going because of your comfort level with Eddie and Wendy, say that and stand on it too. You should have said, who gonna be there? You and Rob? Oh, Eddie and Wendy? Oh, we ain't going. I think that Stacey has a valid point, right? Because I can see the crookedness in Wendy. And Wendy ain't no fool, and I'm glad, and Stacey ain't no fool. But I'm glad that Stacey sees that Wendy is crooked. See, she know that the girl is crooked because I told y'all before, I didn't like Wendy getting on the phone call and calling Stacey in front of Tia and Rob and the Bravo cameras asking her why she ain't here. That ain't no motherfucking friend. That ain't no friend. To me, Wendy is trying to make Stacey her pet. Right? I'm going to mistreat you, but still I'm going to act like I'm your friend. Girl, please. And I'm glad that Stacey sees it. She's not no fool. She ain't no fool. But however, Stacey, you do need to stand on it. Okay? Tia says that she was going to tell, Tia said that she about to tell Stacey why she was upset with her. But as she began to talk, it was clear she wasn't telling Stacey nothing. She was making her case to Ashley and Jazzy because she was looking at him the whole time. Okay? She said that when she joined the group, she heard some things about Stacey being a liar. Gizelle told you that Stacey was a liar. And Gizelle is a liar too. And Gizelle has been caught in her lies too. Never held accountable, okay? Tia said that she chose to give Stacey the benefit of the doubt, all the while she was calling her, telling her she needed to have her back with the ladies, okay? And then Stacey said, I never said that. And Tia said, girl, you're trying to hijack the conversation to build your case. And so Stacey said, go ahead. And Tia said, I will if you would just shut up for a second. Bitch, what? Shut up for a second. This girl got her, I'm telling y'all, Tia got her nerve. Shut up for a second. Okay. I will if you just shut up for a second, okay? And so Stacey, started playing, oh, you're not going to tell me to shut up. You don't tell me to shut up. Shut up, right? And so Stacey says, now, see, this is the real her. She plays prim and proper. And then Stacey, baby, Stacey said, I don't need to play Detroit. I am prim and proper.
Oh, here she comes. Here she comes.
Here she comes. Here she comes. Now we see why she never visited Chicago. Huh. Now we see why she never visited Chicago. Because you look down on it because it's a black city. Just like you do Detroit. I don't need to play prim and proper Detroit. Did you catch it? You got to listen to what the girl was saying. She called Stacey Detroit like it was beneath her.
Yup.
Yeah. I don't need to play prim and proper Detroit. I don't need to play prim and proper Detroit. Oh, baby. See, baby, the girls are telling themselves. The girls are telling themselves, baby. And the crazy part about it, baby, meanwhile, you had to move over here because you couldn't sustain the lifestyle that you grew up in, that you thought that made you better than somebody from Detroit. You couldn't even sustain the lifestyle, bitch. You had to come over here to be with her on the show that she on. Miss Prim and Proper. Detroit. That's why you ain't never took your ass to Chicago. I ain't never been to Chicago. I knew it was some bullshit with you. That's why you feel so comfortable telling people to shut up and I'm not going in the mud with you. I knew it was some bullshit with you. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, Ali, thank you for the super chat. She said, if the ammo straight up declined and the Wendy stands would accuse him of racism. I saw a couple of tweets insinuating that. They always go overboard. Yep, very classist, right? She should have just called her the N-word instead. Call it out. I didn't like that at all. Me neither. Tia ain't from London. I just don't believe it. Why she ain't on Real? She's sustaining her lifestyle. She not. Detroit trash show, everyone moves away. It ain't where you from, it's where you at. Baby. Here she comes, baby. I don't have to act prim and proper, Detroit. And so Stacey said, girl, you want to fit in so bad. She said, you're the person who's been here for a year and hasn't been able to fit in. What does that say about you, my love? I saw a post online probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. And it was a guy telling the story about, I think he said that he was in Starbucks and he heard a conversation between 2 women about fitting in. And the advice was one of the women told one of the other women, she said, sometimes you don't fit in the crowd because you belong on the stage. Right? And the thing is, when Stacey came into this group, she didn't come in trying to be underneath anybody. She gave everybody a chance. And I think that's why she is so liked and she became a fan favorite. Right? While you over here trying to be liked by everybody. And you think that you're doing a good, everyone likes, nobody likes you, girl. Who gives a fuck about fitting in with these girls? What Kim Phil say? If I don't fit in with this group, that is A-okay. If I don't fit in with this group, okay? And the thing is, what Stacey lied about, Stacey did lie when she talked about the ammo, right? But it really wasn't that big of a deal whether Themo was going or coming to the event, right? I feel like Tia just wanted to catch Stacey in a lie so she can go against her and join the other side. Right? You didn't really care about the MO coming and out of lying. You just wanted to have a reason to be up under Big Sister Gizelle and throw her to the wolves just like the other girls did. Okay? So Stacey ended up telling her girl, you're a try-hard, just like your fashions. Okay? Get your ass up out of my event. Get out. Okay? And she told her, take your things. Now, I did hear a little bass in the get your ass up out my event. Okay? Take your things and be gone. If you don't want to come in here and be a woman and be ladylike, get your things and be gone. Toodle-doo. Toodle-doo. And AJ sitting up there talking about something. Why you put, I want to put AJ out too. You can go too. You can go too. And baby, that was the episode. That was the episode. Okay? Stacey fell flat. You think she did? I didn't see her fall. But Ashley still there. Yes, Stacey. I peeped some phony about her accent too. Her mouth moves unnaturally. As a Detroit nation, I'm not feeling the Detroit digs. Me either. Me either. I felt like the Detroit dig that she threw Kendra was anti-black, in my opinion. In my opinion, which is why she's never been to Chicago. Now that tells why why she hasn't been to Chicago. I would have said chip chip cheerio, Tia. I am Team Stacey, but I do think that Stacey was just getting back at her from the last party. I think that she gave her a chance. Tia pulled Stacey's card and she couldn't handle it. What was the card, baby? Let me know what was the card. Angel next week. What about Angel? Stacey sounded like somebody, mama, get your ass out. Trey Quarter say, anti-black abort, please. Yes, baby. Yes. See, y'all trying to play like y'all black. I'm really black. Y'all like to play like y'all black and y'all for the people. See, y'all Detroit is a known black city. So when she said I don't have to play prim and proper Detroit, I am prim and proper. She was basically saying, girl, you from the hood. You from where all the black people are at. You from the ghetto. I live the lifestyle of the rich and famous. I went to school with Sting's daughter and stayed next to Boy George. And so because I was in close proximity to whiteness, I'm better than you, Detroit. That is what she was saying. That is what she was saying. Thank you for the super chat, Lexi Lane. She said when Stacey kicked Tia out of her event, she should have told Ashley to leave the same time at the same darn time. Yes. Yes. Hold on, wait a minute. What hold on. What's up, Chef? Stephen A. Smith. Loud and wrong. Is he loud and wrong? Exactly that part. Yes, I don't understand what y'all. I don't understand. See, when y'all like people, y'all don't like Stacey, and that's what it is, baby. See, when she talk about her life of her upbringing with the lifestyle of a rich and famous, is all about the white people being around her. And we had nannies, and I had an au pair, and I had this, and I had that, and being white adjacent. And we was treated a certain type of way, which is why she's never been. She would never go to Chicago because that is a black city. She would never go to, the whole Detroit. I don't have to play prim and proper. I'm of the upper echelon. Yes. It was very anti-black. And she's been put on notice. Or is it that we can only accuse the light-skinned girls of being anti-black? Oh, Jesus. Tia's in her 50s reminiscing. Why does Stacey daughters not have any black people in her life? I don't know. According to the U.S. Census, Detroit is the blackest major city in metro area country for decades. Yes. How she remember all that shit that happened before she was even 10 years old? When did she have it? She said her daddy lost his money in the 90s. She said the 80s. Now, Kiana, this is a microaggression. She insinuated a whole city for nada. Stacey ate them hoes up. She always do. She always do. Okay? Now, if y'all give me 40 minutes. Give me 40 minutes. I need to go put some ice in my cup. I need to go touch some grass. And I will be back to do Married to Medicine. Okay? Let me see. Just taking out. LOL, Stacey. Well, I want to come up. Stacey ate them up, black gums and all. Oh. GABOR, one of my few YouTubers properly repping. Oh, thank you so much, Richie Morris. Tia has a European image of Black Americans. Yes. Thank you for the super chat, Ali. She say the fact that Tia is saying she's royalty is anti-black. We have chiefdoms in Africa, but it's not as fancy as royals. Okay. Well, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support. Give me 39 minutes and I'll be right back. All right? Adios.
Call daddy, tell him 25. Call daddy, tell him 25. Call daddy, tell him 25.